Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about the real reason why GTA 6 likely isn't to release anytime soon, and is probably going to be around 2024 and 2025 when some industry insiders and experts have predicted. And I know this isn't the news that everyone wants to hear, but I think it's the reality we need to expect with Rockstar's next installment in the Grand Theft Auto series. So I saw this post on the GTA 6 subreddit, which ultimately inspired me to make this video. It was the real reason why GTA 6 isn't releasing before 2024, and it listed this. It was an estimate of PlayStation 5 sales. And you can imagine that the Xbox is going to be roughly similar to this. But you guys can see in 2021, 17.9. By 2022, they estimate 33.5. By 2023, 50.2. And by 2024, 67.3 million PlayStation 5s sold. So just talking about these numbers for a second, the reason I suspect they're low right now, and the PlayStation 5 I know has sold a ton, same with both versions of the Xbox, the Series X and S, it's really hard to find these new consoles right now. And I think this is a little bit of the aftermath of the new normal of the world we're living in right now, dealing with supply chain problems and supply issues. There's not a lot of these new consoles available. So many people haven't gotten their hands on them. They've also been dealing with a little thing called a pandemic, so they might not necessarily be doing a lot of gaming or want to spend time gaming or have the money to be able to buy one of these new consoles. There's many reasons as for why someone hasn't picked one of these up yet. But experts estimate that by 2024, just on the PlayStation side alone, 67.3 million of these bad boys will be sold. And if Xbox is even anywhere close to that, in total, you're going to have over 100 million copies sold. And I believe that is what Rockstar is looking for here. Grand Theft Auto 6 is easily going to be the biggest game of all time. I say that very confidently, just given how successful Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be. So the long story short with this is Rockstar wants Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out at a point in time when the most amount of people have the console to get the game. Because if I were to take a guess, I'm going to say Grand Theft Auto 6 is only being developed for the new-gen consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. I have a feeling that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are not going to be involved in the development plans for GTA 6. And so because of that, they want as many people to have the consoles so that they can buy the game. Because I would say only like 0.001% of people are probably going to be interested in this game, at least buying it, if they don't have the actual console to play it on. Like, the only case I could see there is that you want to get your hands on the game so that when you do get the console, which might be in a week or a few days, it's good to go. That's the only way I can see that. But for the most part, Rockstar is going to base how many projected sales they will have based off of how many consoles are out there. And so they want more people to have the console. And right now, it doesn't look like that is the case. Now, this also goes in line with what Rockstar has done in the past. I mean, just take a look at their last two titles. You have Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. Both of those titles released at the very end of the console life cycles. Going back to Grand Theft Auto 5, it came out in September 2013. Later in that year, we saw the launch of the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So Rockstar literally released GTA 5 right at the end. And then with Red Dead Redemption 2, with them releasing it in October of 2018, just about a year and a half later, we saw the new consoles come out, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. So that one had a little bit longer, but it was still towards the end. And Rockstar does this for two reasons. The one is the one we're talking about in this video today. At that point in time, more people than ever had a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One. So you can see there that that gives Rockstar the opportunity to get the game in as many hands as possible. And what it also does is it gives Rockstar the opportunity to make remastered versions of the game, as we're seeing right now with Grand Theft Auto 5. It's being remade, expanded, and enhanced for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. But Rockstar also did this with GTA 5 when it came out on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One back in 2014. So by releasing it at the end of the console lifecycle, Rockstar achieves two goals. They get the game in the hands of as many people as possible, and they also give themselves the opportunity to get the game out once again. By releasing it at the very beginning, they would lose out on that opportunity to not only have as many people get it on day one, but also then make it for another system, which at the end of the day, this really all funnels down to money. And you cannot blame Rockstar here because their parent company is Take-Two Interactive, and they're in the business of making video games. Without the money they get from making these games, they wouldn't be able to make more. Now, at the end of the day, are they passionate about Grand Theft Auto and their other projects? Absolutely they are. But what's probably driving them and everyone is the amount of money they are making here, which is hand over fist if you've been paying attention to the Take-Two Interactive earnings calls. So do I think there's other factors here? Of course I do. The success of GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto Online making a ton of money, the pandemic, I believe, played a big part in this, and other projects they've wanted to work on, I all think play a part in GTA 6 not releasing as soon as we would have liked. But I do think that this is just going to mean that the game is going to be even more successful. The more time Rockstar has to work on it, the more they can put into it, the longer they can make the game, the more content they can provide, the less bugs that will be there on day one. So we really are just going to have to be patient. GTA 6 is coming, it just might not be as quickly as we all want, and this might be the reason for it. I would say the real big reason for it. Now, if the game does come out and it is 2024 or 2025, hopefully there are at least a couple years build up to that, like we saw with Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5, where we get information, trailers, screenshots, stuff like that, that helps the time move all along just a little bit quicker. But I would, of course, love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Do you think this is the real reason GTA 6 is not going to be releasing likely before 2024 or 2025? Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. Or better yet, you can reach out to me on my Facebook page where you can send photos, videos, messages, and more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.